Have your legs been feeling weaker lately, even though you're trying to eat right and stay active? Do stairs feel steeper, chairs harder to rise from, and walks a little more tiring than they used to be? Most folks blame age, but here's the truth. It might not be your age at all. It might be the fruit sitting in your kitchen right now. We've been told for decades that fruit is healthy, full of vitamins, and great for your heart. But not all fruit plays nice with a body over 60. Some are packed with sugar, acid, and compounds that quietly hurt your joints, shrink your muscles, and slow your blood flow. One fruit in particular, number 2 on today's list, is something nearly every American eats for breakfast. It looks innocent. It tastes great. But for seniors, it can act like poison in disguise. If you've been feeling sore legs, swelling, or nighttime cramps, you need to hear this. Today we'll uncover the 5 worst fruits for aging legs and what you should eat instead. Stay with me. A few simple changes to your fruit bowl could mean stronger legs, better balance, and walking with confidence again. Let's get started. Let's start with a fruit that seems harmless but can do real damage to aging legs. Pineapple. It smells fresh, tastes sweet, and is often praised for its anti-inflammatory benefits. But for people over 60, pineapple can quietly work against you. 1 cup of fresh pineapple contains about 16 grams of sugar and a high level of citric acid. That combination might not matter much when you're young, but with age, your body becomes more sensitive to both sugar spikes and acid buildup. A report from Harvard Medical School explains that seniors often have slower circulation and reduced insulin response. That means sugars like those in pineapple can hit harder. When your blood sugar spikes, it damages the tiny blood vessels in your legs. Those vessels are responsible for carrying oxygen and nutrients to your muscle tissue. When they break down, your legs feel sore, heavy, and swollen after sitting too long. Citric acid adds another layer of risk. It can irritate the lining of your joints, especially if you already struggle with arthritis. According to the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors with weak digestion and fragile capillaries are more likely to suffer from silent inflammation caused by acidic fruits like pineapple. And if you're on blood thinners, pineapple can interfere with your meds, increasing the risk of bleeding. So what should you do? You don't have to throw out pineapple forever, but cut back. Eat it less often, never on an empty stomach, and swap it out now and then for papaya or blueberries. Small changes matter. And trust me, the next fruit we're about to talk about is far worse. It's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. So don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button, and let's keep your legs strong, one step at a time. Bananas. They're convenient, cheap, and praised for being heart-healthy and full of potassium. But for people over 60, bananas can be a hidden threat to your legs if eaten the wrong way. A single medium banana contains around 12 grams of sugar and 27 grams of total carbs, most of which are fast-absorbing. That means they hit your bloodstream fast and hard. When you were younger, your body handled those spikes without trouble. But after 60, insulin sensitivity drops, and those sugar spikes can weaken your circulation, especially in your legs and feet. A study from Tufts University showed that high glycemic fruits like ripe bananas can reduce blood flow to the lower limbs in older adults. Less blood flow means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching your leg muscles. The result? You feel heavy, sore, and tired just walking across the room. Bananas also promote water retention, especially if you're taking heart meds or diuretics. This can lead to puffiness around your ankles and stiffness in your calves when standing too long. What's the fix? You don't have to quit bananas, but use them smart. Never eat them on an empty stomach. Instead, eat half a banana with healthy fats like a spoon of natural peanut butter or a few walnuts. This slows down sugar absorption and helps protect circulation. You've now seen how a healthy-looking fruit can do more harm than good. But the next one is even sneakier. It's small, sweet, and easy to overeat. Let's move on to the third fruit that may be hurting your legs every single day. Now let's move on to another fruit that feels harmless but packs a quiet punch. Grapes. They're sweet, bite-sized, and often feel like a guilt-free snack. But for older adults, especially those dealing with joint pain or swelling in the legs, grapes can be more damaging than they seem. The danger lies in how much fructose grapes contain. 1 cup of grapes has around 23 grams of sugar, much of it in the form of fructose. Your liver processes fructose differently than other sugars. When you eat too much at once, your liver turns the extra into fat and uric acid. That uric acid can settle in your joints and trigger inflammation, especially in small joints like your knees, ankles, and toes. According to a study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, diets high in fructose are strongly linked to increased uric acid levels and a higher risk of joint stiffness and soft tissue inflammation. If you've ever woken up with sore knees or felt a sharp pain in your big toe at night, this could be why. On top of that, grapes are dangerously easy to overeat. You can eat a whole bowl in minutes without feeling full. That means you may be spiking your sugar intake far more than you realize. And it doesn't stop there. Chronic fructose consumption is also tied to reduced blood flow and sluggish circulation. For people over 60, that means muscle weakness and a higher risk of cramps or falls. The more frequently you snack on grapes, the more likely these problems become. So what should you do? You don't have to eliminate grapes completely. Just be mindful. Eat a small handful, not a bowl. Pair them with a protein or fiber-rich food to slow sugar absorption. And avoid eating them at night when your body is less active. Now you've seen how even nature's candy can turn against you. But we're not done yet. The next fruit is even more deceptive. It looks refreshing, it feels hydrating, but it may be quietly draining the strength from your legs day after day. Let's take a closer look. Now let's talk about a fruit that looks safe but can fool you fast. Watermelon. It's juicy, light, and feels perfect on a hot day. But if you're over 60, eating too much watermelon can quietly weaken your legs and hurt your circulation. The problem starts with its glycemic index. Watermelon has a GI between 76 and 80. That's higher than most candies. When you eat it, your blood sugar spikes fast. For younger people, insulin kicks in and handles the rise. But for older adults, that spike puts stress on small blood vessels, especially in the legs and feet. A report from the American Clinical Nutrition Institute shows that high GI foods like watermelon are linked to reduced insulin sensitivity and narrowed blood flow. This can lead to nighttime leg cramps, joint stiffness, and that heavy feeling in your knees after a walk. And because watermelon doesn't make you feel full, it's easy to eat 2 or 3 slices without noticing how much sugar you've taken in. The fix is simple. Don't eat watermelon on an empty stomach. Keep your portions small and never use it as a water replacement. If you want something sweet and hydrating, try a few slices of ripe pear or chilled papaya. They're gentler on blood sugar and better for circulation. We've covered 4 fruits so far. But the last one is the most unexpected. It's on nearly every breakfast table in America, and it may be silently attacking your joints every single morning. Let's dive in. Now let's take a closer look at one of the most common fruits in every American kitchen: oranges. They show up in your breakfast juice, fruit bowls, and salads. But for people over 60, oranges can quietly work against your joints and circulation if you're not careful. Oranges are rich in vitamin C and fiber, but they also contain high levels of citric acid and natural sugar. 1 cup of orange juice has about 21 grams of sugar and no fiber. That's a sugar bomb first thing in the morning. According to the American Clinical Nutrition Institute, frequent consumption of acidic fruits like oranges can irritate joint tissues and lead to increased inflammation. For seniors with arthritis or bone loss, this means more stiffness in the knees, soreness in the hips, and slower recovery after movement. Citric acid also makes the stomach more acidic, which can cause discomfort and trigger digestive issues in older adults. And when combined with sugar, it can reduce bone density and make joints more fragile over time. So what should you do? First, skip the boxed juice. It's loaded with extra sugar and preservatives. If you love oranges, eat the fruit itself in small portions. Only after a full meal and never on an empty stomach. And if you already feel sore legs in the morning, consider switching to lower acid fruits like pears or papaya. We've gone through all 5 fruits. Now let's wrap this up with what you can do next to protect your legs and feel strong again. Your legs have carried you through so much in life. They've supported you through family vacations, long workdays, walks with your grandkids, and every step in between. But if you've started to feel them weaken, stiffen, or ache more than they used to, don't just chalk it up to getting older. It might be your daily habits. It might be your fruit bowl. We've gone through 5 common fruits that can quietly drain your strength. Pineapple, banana, grapes, watermelon, orange. On their own, they're not evil. But for people over 60, they can cause real harm when eaten the wrong way, at the wrong time, or in the wrong amount. Sugar spikes, inflammation, poor circulation. These are slow-moving threats, but they build up with every bite. The good news is it's not too late. You don't need to overhaul your life. Just start with one change. Swap a banana for a few slices of papaya. Cut your orange juice in half. Trade a bowl of grapes for a handful of berries. These tiny steps can lead to stronger legs, better balance, and a return to the freedom you miss. Your next step starts today. Choose smarter. Walk stronger. You've got this.